Welcome back once again. Trust the Work Network. I am your host, Awake, Athletic Wisdom and IQ, experienced connoisseur of sports. Always excited to talk sports with you, the always incredible and undefeated sports fan. And busy week 3. Got beat up a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. But we still in the black. You know what I'm saying? We still bringing in wins. You know what I'm saying? On the total for the season, we are 31-15 picking games. 18 out of 16 versus the spread. 23-19 versus the total. Not bad. We still in the green. We still making money when we pick these games. You know what I'm saying? So check out the picks. Right now, we're going to get into this recap. Week 3. Got the Dolphins and the Bills. Bills taking down the Dolphins last Thursday night, 31-21. Bills had a good game plan. Definitely came out there and put it to them. Tua, very pedestrian, 146, 2 touchdowns. Defense worked over. You know what I'm saying? Defense worked over. Trying to deal with the lack of offense. Josh Allen putting up 28, 213 yards, 3 touchdowns, and ran for 25 yards on 4 carries. James Cook helped him out, 19 carries, 108 yards, and a touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, Khalil Shakur, Jackson Halls, all had a touchdown reception. Miami ran the ball pretty well in a nutshell, though. They did look pretty good running the ball. Passing game was terrible. I don't know how much longer it's gonna last, man. And I got a correction to make. Said Bill Parcells, called him Nerd Boy. It wasn't Bill Parcells. It was Rex Ryan. My bad. Can't be getting the old coaches mixed up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, not looking good for Miami. Miami's probably gonna be firing their head coach pretty soon. I hate to say that, but hey, it's real life. Buffalo 3-0, looking strong and smart. I've been watching last couple years. There's a reason why I'm picking games on YouTube now, because I've been picking the games at home, and I've been seeing a lot of times when they got to play on Sunday and they got to play on Thursday, the team gonna end up losing that game, even if they playing a team that they're better than. They could be playing a team that they're better than, and they still lose the game. So, a lot of times that's fatigue, you know what I'm saying? It's a short week, got to deal with that. But Buffalo got it done early in the season on a Thursday night. A lot of coaches have struggled doing that. But moving on. Green Bay and Cleveland. Yeah, Green Bay. I told you. Myles Garrett got up on you early in the game. You know what I'm saying? Myles Garrett. They got a defense that's good enough. Keep y'all a little bit grounded. Y'all can't play from a even standpoint or even play from behind. You know what I'm saying? If you can't come back, we've seen Buffalo come back. We've seen the Eagles come back and get to them in a little bit. It's like these teams, you got to be able to come back. You know what I'm saying? When you get down sometimes, and you can't put a team like Green Bay in that category until they show you they can do it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the Cowboys proved it. Hey, pass rush don't mean much if you can't stop the run. Cowboys proved that. That's why they got rid of them. So, don't put all your eggs in the Green Bay basket. Not just yet. Green Bay, Cleveland. Cleveland comes out the winner, 13-10. 13-10. Cleveland. After they just got smacked around by Baltimore last week. Clear example of what I'm talking about. 183 yards for Jordan Love. 1 touchdown, 5 sacks. It shows you a lot. That shows you a lot right there. 5 sacks. It's amazing you got 183 yards with 5 sacks. He's running for his life back there. He's running for his life. You know what I'm saying? Cleveland had trouble scoring until the fourth quarter, but Green Bay was shut down. They ain't have nothing going on the stat sheet. And you can't move the ball, you can't generate points. Barely got a field goal and a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn Jenkins, 18 carries, 94 yards, and a touchdown. Browns defense was strong through 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? They got smacked around against the Ravens. They got beat up. They showed that the Ravens they the Ravens. Got to deal with Derrick Henry. Got to deal with Lamar Jackson. Got to deal with the receivers. Everybody struggled with that. Ravens put up points on everybody. But Cleveland has played well through the last 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gave up a whole bunch of points. So Browns defense is definitely legit still. They've been legit for a while now. Moving on now. Talking about the Colts and the Titans, man. Colts still looking good, man. Colts got a lot of weapons. Colts looking good. Hard not to say that they not doing what they supposed to be doing right now. And I don't see no reason why they gonna stop. They're gonna be in the hunt. And they're gonna be very dangerous. Cam Ward, he's hanging in. He's hanging in there, man. Cam Ward hanging in there, man. He's fighting. 23 of 38, 259 yards, touchdown, and an interception. Got sacked 4 times. He can only do so much. But he is out there trying to win football games, you know what I'm saying? Almost 100 grounds on the yard. It wasn't enough. Wasn't enough help. Offensive line got to be better. Everybody got to be better. And I mean, you know, this is first year. They're gonna get some people in there. I'm sure. They're gonna make some moves because they're gonna have a hard time winning games this year, and they probably gonna get a pretty good pick in this draft. But like I said, they gotta make some moves. Daniel Jones, 18 for 25, 228 and a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 17 carries, 102 yards. Michael Pittman Jr., 6 catches, 73 yards. And a touchdown. Oh, excuse me. Jonathan Taylor had 3 rushing touchdowns. Kenny Moore, the second. 1 interception, 32 yards, and an interception return for a touchdown. Tennessee defense generated 0 sacks. 0 sacks. That don't help the quarterback no more than not being able to run the ball. Got to get him out of there. Colts had 16 players with 2 or more tackles, man. Colts is solid, man. Watch out for the Colts. If you got to play the Colts, you're going to have a problem. Just let y'all know. Moving on, we got the Bengals and the Vikings. Vikings smacking around the Bengals 48-10. Vikings dominate all phases. All phases of the game. 2 touchdowns on defense, 2 interceptions, 5 turnovers generated by the defense. They looking unbeatable out there. But we all know better than that. It's just, you know, like I said, they playing the Bengals. Bengals beat up. Bengals got issues. Isaiah Rodgers, touchdown. Joshua Metellus, touchdown. Jordan Mason, 16 carries, 116 yards, 2 touchdowns. You can't do much better than that. 20-point second quarter for the Vikings tell the whole story, man. They snapped. They went off. They went crazy. You know what I'm saying? Neither team threw the ball real well, but Bengals threw 2 picks. Got your backup quarterback in there. Can't do but so much. You know what I'm saying? But Vikings trying to hang in there. They had a backup too, so not really much excuse there. But they look a little bit more prepared, and their defense definitely was doing what they were supposed to do. Moving on, got the Steelers and the Patriots. Patriots falling at home to the Steelers 21-14. Man, classic football score, 21-14. We ain't seen that in a long time. But nah, man, these two teams, they play a certain type of football. They play very calculated, strategic football, regardless. Even though Bill Belichick is gone, they still keep a lot of that identity that's rubbed off on the culture, man, and just out there. Aaron Rodgers doesn't play great. Those 2 touchdowns, those picks. Hey, it's a tight game. Sometimes 2 touchdowns is enough. You know what I'm saying? But Drake May, 28, 37, 268, 2 touchdowns and an interception. He definitely outplayed Rodgers. And the problem, though, man, the real problem, he runs for 45 yards and he's the leading rusher. Drake May. How you let your quarterback be a leading rusher and he's not a running quarterback like that? And he only ran for 45 yards. Y'all couldn't run for more than 45 yards when he handed y'all the ball. That's crazy. Mondre Stevenson. This is, I gave him compliments last week because this is what he does, though. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been watching this guy since college, and honestly, he have games where he looked real good, and then he have games where he looked like what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? So last week he was catching the ball and running the ball. This week he didn't do that well. You know what I'm saying? Hunter Henry, 8 receptions, 90 yards, 2 touchdowns. Robert Spillane, 15 tackles, 10 solos, 1 tackle for loss. Patrick Queen, one of my favorite linebackers in the league, 10 tackles, 6 solos, 1 tackle for loss. Pittsburgh got 12 guys with 3 or more tackles. Pittsburgh, got to figure out that offense, though. If they can move that ball, man, consistently, they'd be all right. Defense would be able to get a little bit of rest. They play well enough when they in them type of situations. But if you keep giving them, short leash to work with, it's gonna get you drug in the end. You know what I'm saying? Patriots had 5 turnovers. And the game ends 21-14. You can't have 5 turnovers. Don't know what else to tell you. Moving on, my Eagles. Wow. Playing the Rams at home. We got booed at the end of the second half by our home fans. Not nothing new for the Eagles. Not nothing new. You know what I'm saying? But we come out on top, 33-26. Quietly, one of the best games all year. Honestly, watch the game. One of the best games. 9 total penalties by both teams. Really clean game. Had the same amount of plays. Tale of 2 halves, just like the Baltimore-Buffalo game. Both defenses played pretty well. You know what I'm saying? Defenses, the Rams showed up in the first half. They was flying around. They was hitting people. They hit Jalen Hurts. It was something to see. Then in the second half, looked like a totally different team. Came out there and looked like the juggernaut that we've been for the last couple of years. Both offenses had bright spots. Special teams decided the game. Great football. Just great football in and in. Jalen Hurts, 21-32, 226 yards, 3 touchdowns, 117 passer rating. Don't have to leave my guy alone, man. Don't have to leave him alone. Boy's a winner. I'm going to say it every week until it get old, and it ain't going to get old for me. But A.J. Brown, 6 receptions, 109 yards, touchdown. Making defensive backs look like small children. He out there playing against Pop Warner team. He flicking them off like they nothing. You know what I'm saying? Kyron Williams showed up, 20 carries, 94 yards. Blake Corum showed up, 8 carries, 53 yards. Puka Nacua, he showed up, but with 11 receptions, 112 yards. But we didn't let Devontae Adams get off. He only had 3 receptions, 56 yards, and a touchdown. So, we made that even out. That was one of the things I felt like that kept us. You can't let both of them guys go to work. That's the reason why they got both of them. You got to deal with both of them. If you ain't got corners that can keep them at bay, at least on one side, they're going to eat way too much. Stafford going to get them the ball. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Davis blocks the game-winning field goal, which would have been the game-winning field goal for the Rams, and then scoops it himself, runs it back for a touchdown. Couldn't have been the better ending, at least for an Eagles fan. You know what I'm saying? Rams, this their first loss. Don't look for them to be out of the hunt. They gonna bounce back. We got the Jets and the Bucks. Bucks take down the Jets 27-29. Fox switches to this game right after the Eagles game, and they show Will McDonald IV blocking the Tampa Bay go-ahead field goal, returning it for a touchdown. Crazy how the NFL does that sometimes. Within 10 minutes, probably. You know what I'm saying? Less than 10 minutes. Less than 20 minutes for sure. Game came on. The Eagles game finished. Tampa Bay game comes on with the Jets. Right after this first play, they line up for the field goal. He blocks it. Runs it back for a touchdown. Looked like the same play. Different field, same play. Baker Mayfield. 19 for 29, 233 yards and a touchdown. 101 passing rating, and drove them down after that block because Tampa Bay got the field goal block. Jets ran it back for the score. Leads them down there. They kick another field goal, win the game. Unbelievable. It still wasn't enough. They blocked that field goal at the end. It still wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? Sterling Shepard, 4 receptions, 80 yards. Mecca Egbuka, 6 receptions, 85 yards. Run game struggled, but you know what I'm saying? They got it done. Run game struggled bad. Garrett Wilson, 10 receptions, 84 yards. Jamie Sherwood, 11 tackles, 5 solos, 12 guys with 3 or more tackles. Defense played pretty well. You're dealing with a guy like Baker Mayfield, guy who got weapons. Mike Evans wasn't there, but you know what I'm saying? He's gonna try. He's gonna throw the ball downfield. He's gonna hit guys in the mid-range game, and he's gonna be a threat with his legs. Even though he's not Lamar Jackson, he's gonna be a threat. So it's hard to keep an offense like that in general under control for 60 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be easy. Jamel Dean, interception return for a touchdown, 55 yards. Levante David, 11 tackles, 7 solos, and a sack. Tackle for loss, 2 quarterback hits. Zion McCullum, 9 solos. I thought Baker Mayfield was going to get careless. You know what I'm saying? I knew the Tampa Bay defense was going to play well, but I thought Baker Mayfield might get careless. He showed a lot of maturity winning this game against a team that's got a really good defense. Even though some of their guys are hurt, they got a really good defense. So he definitely didn't put the ball in danger. Jets hung in there. They took some punches and responded. 20 first half, 9 in the second half, 21 point fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? You gotta play the whole game. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think they lost focus. This was just one of them games that ends like that. It ends like that. Raiders and Commanders. Commanders take out the Raiders 24-41. Geno Smith, 19 for 29, 289, 3 touchdowns, 132 passer rate. got sacked 5 times. Got to be better than that. Got to be better than that. You know what I'm saying? Washington gave up 1 sack for their backup. They made sure he was protected. They can't let Geno get hit 5 times in a game and then not 5 times for a loss. Marcus Mariota, 15 for 21, 207 yards and a touchdown, and a rushing touchdown. Terry Mack, 3 receptions, 74 yards. Luke McCaffrey, 3 receptions, 56 yards and a touchdown. Marcus Mariota makes it to where they can run a lot of the same plays. It's just facts. You got to have a guy you can plug in. Another reason why I'm kind of surprised Baltimore didn't go ahead and pick up Shedeur Sanders when they had a chance, but Raiders 3 for 14 on 3rd down. 3 for 14 on 3rd down ain't gonna get it done, man. They ain't gonna get it done, and I think they know that, but they need time. I like the way the franchise is moving. They gotta be moving in the same direction and stay with this, but it's gonna be a hard road for Raiders fans at least until next year. Then you're gonna probably see some improvement. They still not gonna be contending probably for the division title, but they're gonna be a lot better than this. 2 for 3 on 4th down. Sacks hurt them. No turnovers and they lose. They don't turn the ball over 1 time and they lose. Bad. One-dimensional offense. You know what I'm saying? Defense needs help. Matt Crosby out there running around by himself with his hair on fire. 41 points from his backup quarterback. And you give up 3 rushing touchdowns. They need help. They're on the wrong side. Moving on, we got the Falcons and the Panthers. This was the one that I did not see coming. Panthers won the game 30-0. Did not see this coming at all. 3 touchdowns, 3 field goals. Falcons look one-dimensional. Look bad, but they got weapons. They got guys. Michael Pitts, I don't think he was playing. He's questionable this week, so these things matter. Carolina had their number. They had their I'm tired of getting kicked around moment right there. You know what I'm saying? And they let all their energy out on Atlanta. I don't think they're gonna do that again this week. You know what I'm saying? They look really, really bad in other weeks. So Carolina, this is a one-off for them. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna keep doing this. But it's all right to be tired of getting kicked around too. It's all right. But Christian Rosenboom, 9 tackles, 6 solos. Charles Smith-Wade, 5 solos, an interception for a touchdown. I expect Atlanta to bounce back. They're young. They building consistency with the guys that they got. They gotta build more chemistry because you can't let a team like the Panthers, who are obviously bad, come in here and beat you 30-0. There's just no excuse for it. I don't care if it's on the road or not. You can't let that happen. You know what I'm saying? I expect both of these teams to return to who they are next week, up here in week 4. All right. We got the Texans and Jacksonville. Houston and Jacksonville. Jacksonville wins by 17-10. Texans fumble, 2 interceptions, no running game, equals recipe for disaster. Texans is, I don't want to say they losing confidence yet. We'll see. Because they got to test this week to see if they got some confidence left. But they need to pick it up. Nico Collins, 8 receptions, 104 yards and touchdowns. The only good thing they had going on. Nothing about the Jaguars. Stats say that they won, but they did. Jaguars didn't play great. So Houston got to get their act together. They better than this, definitely better than this, but they got to get their act together. Lawrence throwing to a lot of receivers, but he ain't looking good. 4-15 on third down, 0 for 1 on fourth down, no help from the run game, but they are 2-1 right now. Who knew? Defense did play well, but looking at the numbers, it's more like two bad offenses against two solid B defenses. Excuse me. I think Jags got a B on defense, and the Texans got a solid B on defense. You know what I'm saying? They Jacksonville has guys, Texans have guys, and they're well coached. So I can give them a B. They're not gonna stop everybody. They're not all gonna stop the Ravens or the Eagles or even Kansas City while they struggling. But most teams, they're gonna be able to hold them under 21 points. They got a solid B defense, both of these teams. But both of these teams got bad offenses or offenses that are playing really, really badly right now. So both of them need to tune that up. You know what I'm saying? Jags ain't gonna be thought of no different. Neither will the Houston Texans until they put some consistency together. Broncos and Chargers. Tough game, guy. I know some Broncos fans. Several. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Tony. Chargers. Oh man. Chargers is looking hard to beat right now. Chargers is looking real hard to beat. You're going to have to be physical. You're going to have to be able to stop the run. You're going to have to be able to... all phases of the game, you're going to have to play. You have to deal with these guys. Hard-fought game. Ugly game. Denver, 2 for 13 on third down. Chargers with 8 for 17 on third down. That's probably the stat of the game right there. Chargers was controlling that at least most of the time. Denver, you cannot be 2 for 13 on third down. That's always gonna make it hard to win the ball game. 2 turnovers for the Chargers. Denver had 10 penalties. 48 plays from Denver to 90 plays from the Chargers. They had the ball too much. They working y'all. Your defense was on the field for 90 plays. 90 plays, that's a lot. A lot. They almost got to 100. You know what I'm saying? Bad. The whole game was pretty ugly. You know what I'm saying? But Chargers offense will wear you down. They're going to run the ball, and they're going to hit you over the top. They make it real hard to cover, and they play real physical. Sounds like the Eagles. I ain't even gonna lie. That style of football coming back, because a lot of these guys, they don't have big personnel to deal with guys who can be real physical on offense. Might start having big linebackers again. Return to the middle linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Because these guys, the shape of these guys had to change because everybody's throwing the ball. You can't have a guy out there who can't cover if they're throwing 4 downs out of 4. You know what I'm saying? They got 3 or 4 receivers out there. You can't have them out there and you can't cover. Bo Nix, 14 for 25, 153 yards and a touchdown, sacked twice. J.K. Dobbins, 11 carries, 83 yards and a touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 6 receptions, 118 yards and a touchdown. Alex Singleton, 12 tackles, 4 solo. Brandon Jones, 11 tackles, 6 solo tackles and an interception. Denver looked pretty good, man. A little bit lacking on the passing game. Running game looked like it showed up, but couldn't really get the ball to a lot of guys. Defense can only do so much. That's pretty good. Another couple of solid D defenses give up 20 points, but that's, both of those teams, that's where you want to be at. You don't want to you give up 20 in a game like that. You expect you should be able to win it. And Denver offense just couldn't get enough done. Justin Herbert, 28 for 47, 300 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. But he was sacked 5 times. So on both sides, man, it's like everybody struggled a little somewhere. Marion Hampton, 19 carries, 70 yards and a touchdown. Quentin Johnston, 6 receptions, 89 yards. Keenan Allen, 7 receptions, 65 yards and a touchdown. 5 receivers had catches. All receivers had more than 4 receptions. That means y'all was getting beat. 5 guys caught the ball. Everybody caught the ball 4 times. Defensive backs got to do better. Y'all getting beat. Moving on. Saints and the Seahawks. Seahawks take out the Saints 13-44. Oh, man, I got friends that Saints fans. Yeah, it's hard. Shout out to Tank. Shout out to Melvin. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. Need some help. Punt return for a touchdown by Torrey Horton. Reception for a touchdown. Kenneth Walker, 11 carries, 2 rushing. I'm sorry. Kenneth Walker II had 2 rushing touchdowns. Jackson Smith-Njigba, 5 receptions, 96 yards and a touchdown. Sam Darnold threw to 8 receivers. 14 for 18, 218 yards, 2 touchdowns. No interceptions. Pretty good stat line. Always love to see no interceptions and no sacks allowed. It helps late in the game, especially if it's close, but this one was not. Seahawks dominated this game. Seahawks defense dominated this game. 18 defenders with 2 or more tackles. 18 guys got in there and made 2 tackles. That's contribution from your whole team. Even if you ain't got a superstar, everybody's going in there cleaning up trash. Love to see that. Deion Kendrick had an interception. Spencer Rattler, 28 for 39, 218 yards, touchdown, and an interception. He was only sacked twice. He's not that bad. Especially if they're struggling this way, and his numbers still look pretty good. Chris Olave. This to me says a lot right here. Chris Olave, great receiver, young guy. Like him, Ohio State. Shout out to the Buckeyes. 10 receptions for 57 yards. You know he loves to get run after the catch. That just shows you he's struggling out there. And it's probably not his fault. He got 10 catches. What are we doing wrong? What are we doing wrong here? You know what I'm saying? We got to figure this out. Because you got weapons, but run game does need help. Defense needs help. You know what I'm saying? Need help at receiver too, probably. Go ahead and get you. He needs a guy off of him so they can't double him. And he got to keep catching these short passes like that just to get him the ball. That's definitely going to help. You know what I'm saying? But pass rush, 0 sacks. Anytime I see 0 sacks, you ain't getting no pass rush at all. You ain't even get close. I know you didn't get close. If you had 0, you wasn't touching them. You know what I'm saying? But moving on, got Bears Cowboys. Bears take down the Cowboys 31-14. Bears played well on both sides. Didn't run it great. CeeDee Lamb injured, you know what I'm saying? But they didn't run it great, but you know, they ain't had no touchdowns rushing at all. But the CeeDee Lamb injury probably hurt them enough that the fact that they didn't run the ball well didn't really matter. CeeDee Lamb leads the game early in the first half. Caleb Williams, 19 for 28, 298 yards, 4 touchdowns. You lose your best receiver, and then the other team quarterback plays outstanding. So, yeah, you don't lose. Luke the Bird in the second, 3 receptions, 101 yards, 1 touchdown. Roma Dunze had a touchdown. Tremaine Edmonds, 15 tackles, 6 solos. Without CD, they struggled. Dallas did. Dak Prescott, 31 for 40, 251 yards passing, and 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Sacked 2 times. That's not a bad stat line. Got to have more help running the ball. And early in the game, Williams fumbled. Javonte Williams fumbled. Doesn't help. You got to want to win, guys. I don't know what to tell y'all. I'm not a Dallas Cowboy fan, but next man up. Gotta get it done. Like I said, in my opinion, a lot of these guys have underperformed that they rely on. And I'm not saying that these guys are trash, but I am gonna say that these guys underperform for what they probably expected. And it's hard to say you underperform when you look at numbers, but when you don't win, that's the one number that matters more than all the other numbers. You gotta win. Nobody cares if you throw 2 interceptions and you lose and you win. Nobody cares. Throw the game-winning touchdown. Throw 2 interceptions. We're down 6. Throw a touchdown. I'm trivializing it, making it sound easy, but it's like, hey, you got to say, hey, I got to correct these mistakes during the game. That's all I can do is do my best to correct these mistakes. Dallas, no touchdowns rushing as a team. Put up 121 rushing yards as a team, though. But they were 3 for 11 on third down. 3 interceptions and 4 total turnovers. Can't win a game like that. So, a lot of that I expect to change. Got a rookie head coach. He's definitely going to be cussing and making y'all watch a lot of film. But we'll see if they can correct these problems. You know what I'm saying? Moving forward. Because these guys, like I said, you can't just give up and let the season go to the trash can. Moving on, Arizona, San Francisco. San Francisco holds on to win 15-16. Eddie Pinheiro walk-off field goal for the win for 35. 2 for 10 on third down. San Francisco defense still held them to 15. That's actually kind of a remarkable stat right there. San Francisco offense was not getting it done. Their defense was on the field for a while. Held them to 15 points. That's outstanding. Elite championship type defense that you can do that to anybody, especially with a guy like Kyler Murray on the other side. Christian McCaffrey, 17 carries, 52 yards, 10 receptions for 88 yards. This is why he gets paid the big bucks. He makes it happen one way or the other. Mac Jones, 27-41, 284, a touchdown and interception. Backup quarterback clinic right there. That's what you want right there. Fred Warner, 11 tackles, 5 solos, and 17 guys with 2 or more tackles for the San Francisco 49ers. It didn't look like a domination, but it was at the end of the day. Let's go Chiefs and Giants. I knew the Chiefs was going to bounce back. Chiefs take out the Giants 22-9. Mahomes not great, good but not great. You know what I'm saying? Giants going with Jackson Dart this week. Russ didn't play well. I still don't know if that's a good move because I still feel like Russ has still got something left in the tank. They want to play with these young guys. The rest of the guys that's around him that's making Russ look good are young guys. They're playing well. I don't know if this young quarterback going to come in here and be able to handle that right now. You'll win more games with Russ, but he's not getting the experience that maybe they want. I still look at it like Let him sit down. Let him learn. If Russ goes down, put him in the game. Otherwise, let Russell Wilson play and get these other guys better. Because the more he's in there, the less likely the quarterback is to make a mistake. Maybe they think I'm not at practice. I don't know. But again, this is my thinking when you got a young guy who you obviously didn't want to start the season. If he was good enough and he was ready, you just started him week 1. Russell Wilson wouldn't be even out there. You probably wouldn't have traded to get Russell Wilson because you know Russell Wilson wants to start. I feel like he wants to start. Maybe if you ask him something different, he might say something different. But I'm saying let Russ play, win some games, learn how to win. Get these guys used to winning. They ain't had that. You know what I'm saying? And then you got a lot of young guys who just got here. Let them get used to winning. But I digress. Don't know if Russ is washed, but he looked bad in this game. This game, he looked bad. I'll admit that, but I still don't think he's finished. Patrick Mahomes, 22 for 37, 224 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. Did what he was supposed to do. You don't need much more than that. Kareem Hunt, rushing touchdown. Tyquan Thornton, touchdown reception. Now we got 2 coaches in the hot seat. Because you're not starting Jackson Dart because you feel like your job is secure. That's just a fact. So, I say, hey, do what you feel like you got to do. Lions and the Ravens. Oh, my goodness. The Lions are for real. They had one bad game. But the Lions are for real. So, before you get to putting Green Bay up on here on this pedestal, somewhere they shouldn't be, remember, they got to go through Detroit. The Ravens confuse me. The Ravens have a lot of talent. The Ravens have a really good coach. The Ravens have been there before. But they won't walk through the door. It confuses me. I don't understand it. They want to say John Harbaugh may be the third person that's looking at this hot seat. I say, hey, you talking to a guy who's won 2 Super Bowls already. So I don't think he's out there telling them what they don't need to hear. I do think it happens a lot of times where guys get tired of hearing the same voice. I understand that, but sometimes you need to get your head out your ass. And the coach can't tell you to get your head out your ass. You got to tell you. And that's what it looked like to me because these guys are way too talented to be losing the way they keep losing. It's mental. It's mental. It's something that these guys got to work out within themselves. Now, if you fire the head coach based off of that, I can understand because the coaches got to get them mentally prepared to play the game. That's what you pay the guy for. But I don't like the fact that head coaches got to get fired for you to get your head out your ass. Sorry. I don't like that. Because players got to do their part. Defense wanted to throw it. Defense wanted Lamar to throw it, and he did well. But collapse in the 2 biggest stages in the regular season. And this is week 3. We in week 3, you done collapse on the 2 biggest stages in regular season football. Sunday night and Monday night. Against good competition, y'all done folded. Baltimore Ravens. if you keep it up, something will happen. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. And that is it for the recap. Appreciate y'all time. Appreciate y'all sitting with me. We're going to get to these picks on another video. And we're going to keep picking winners. We're going to trust the work. And we're going to hold it down.